Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your week ahead, September 2nd to September 8th, 2019. This is for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. Sagittarius, you have one card that fell out. This is your theme and focus of the week ahead. You have Soaring into Joy. Childlike wonder fills my life. Nice. I feel that, Sagittarius, many of you are finding ways to be more happy, or you are experiencing more joy and happiness, or there's a need for you to do these things to figure out how to have more joy and have more happiness. But this is your focus, is soaring into joy. There may be a need for you to have a childlike approach in order for you to achieve happiness around something or more happiness in your life. Are you doing things that bring more fulfillment to you? Either you are doing this or there's a need to. So let's see more about soaring into life for you, Sagittarius, in the week ahead. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being here. And how are you doing in this energy with Virgo? This Virgo energy, right? Spirit, what do all Sagittarius need to know about in the week ahead? September 2nd to September 8th, 2019, as it has to do with soaring into joy. Something positive may be happening, or you're focusing on how to make something positive happen to bring you more happiness and joy. Where is Sagittarius in the present current energy as it has to do with soaring into joy? And the week ahead, September 2nd to September 8th, 2019. What is Sagittarius challenge? What is underneath this, the root cause below the Sagittarius? What is in Sagittarius recent past? What is on Sagittarius mind that they're thinking about? What is in the focus? What is in the focus? What is in the future for Sagittarius? And what is Sagittarius likely outcome that can also act as advice? At the bottom of the deck, what is the overall energy surrounding Sagittarius? That's their focus. The Nine of Wands is trying to peek out. So you may be focusing on being resilient and how to persevere and overcome something. Or you are persevering and overcoming something and this is bringing you joy. Or you're seeing how to persevere so that you can have more joy and happiness in whatever it is you're dealing with, or as it has to do with your life in general. September 2nd to September 8th, 2019. Sagittarius, please. Thank you. What does Sagittarius need to know? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may be soaring into joy because you are being resilient and determined and not giving up. Or you have determined not to give up and focus on how you're going to have joy. So let's get into this, Sagittarius. Oh. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords. So right now you might be taking a step back. You may be resting, contemplating, considering, meditating on things. Okay? Getting calm mind here with this Four of Swords as your focus. You may be focused on how to put something to rest. You may be considering and contemplating with this Ace of Pentacles how to bring something new into form, something that's tangible. You may be focusing on a new source of money, a new source of income, or you may be focusing on a new practical approach or what to implement here, that you want to establish this new, that you want to be long-standing or have some longevity to it, or to be a legacy for you here. But this is about implementing a new practical approach, something that has the potential that can be of value here with this Ace of Pentacles. And so with this Four of Swords here, you are considering, meditating, resting on it, thinking about it, seeing how to implement something, establish something new. Or you may be trying to have a new start, you may be trying to build a new firm foundation. And so you are contemplating, meditating, considering on how to do that, or what has the best potential or can bring the most value, or how you can gain, or how can you practically bring something into form. So where you're at in the present is the Knight of Wands. So this is you looking to take action. With the Knight of Wands, this is very fast moving energy. This is about taking action in order to see movement and progress, to bring about what you want with your creative action. Be mindful though with this Knight of Wands not to be too impulsive or reckless or too hasty here. And make sure that the decision that you're making, you want to stand on, and that you're not in and out with yourself, or that someone's not in and out with you on what it is that you're trying to see movement with or take action around. Now, this Knight of Wands is heading right towards this Ten of Pentacles. So in the recent past, this is you focusing on restoring. You were able to restore something, or you were focusing on your family, or you were focusing on how to have stability and security for your home, for your money. But this was you building. And perhaps in the recent past, you took action on how to restore, how to build, or how to manage home and family, or how to manage your money or work, or all of the above. But in the recent past with the Ten of Pentacles, you may have been able to restore something, or you were able to achieve some sort of stability or security, or build something up. You may have even gained with this Ten of Pentacles. Spirit, tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles for Sagittarius that's in the recent past. And you may be seeing movement and progress to what you are restoring or building. The Eight of Swords showed itself. So there may have been you being trapped in your mind or in a self-imposed prison here. In the recent past with that Ten of Pentacles, you may have felt trapped financially, or trapped with regard to home or your material physical world, or with work. And in the recent past, you may have been able to come out of any limitations, or you could have been experiencing limitations and needing to restore and build and create stability and security. Spirit, tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles in the recent past, please. Thank you. Yeah, you have the Six of Pentacles. So in the recent past, you were focusing on how to balance, have success with balancing and give and take. With the Queen of Swords here, this is either you or someone embodying the energy of the Queen of Swords that you were dealing with. And the Queen of Swords is about having a clear mind, clear objectives, cutting away the bullshit, the things that no longer serve, seeing through the bullshit, making decisions, being logical, being firm. Perhaps this is a time where you needed to be heard, or you needed to listen. But this here is coming up with a strategy and a plan, and communicating and detaching from your feelings and emotions, to see clearly, to be logical, to cut away what no longer serves you, to speak your truth. And with the Six of Pentacles, you were focusing on how to balance, how to have success with your resources, with your material physical world, or how to have success and balance with your relationship, in your love life, or in your connection with others and family. Perhaps this is you showing thanks and giving appreciation, or receiving it, or both. But this is about reciprocity, give and take, having balance in the recent past. And so your challenge is the Hierophant. So with the Hierophant here, there may be a challenge around a commitment or something you want to establish or institute. Or there could be a challenge in family, or with rules and regulations, or with work or an institution. You may be having a challenge with the ability to change something, or you may be having a challenge with have to conform to something. But this is your challenge with the Hierophant. You could be dealing with a Virgo, have this energy in your chart. And so you may be focusing on what to institute, what to establish, or what to commit to. Or maybe you're looking to see how to come out of a commitment. At the root cards below, you do have the Ace of Cups, Sagittarius. So with the Ace of Cups, for some of you, this is pregnancy. You're learning about pregnancy, and you're trying to figure out what action to take, or you have taken action, and that action is, the challenge was around whether or not to commit to this pregnancy. But this here is, for some of you, pregnancy, or you focus on an opportunity or an offer or a new creative project. This could be self-love, or you focusing on you extending an offer or opportunity, or receiving it with this Ace of Cups energy here. But for some of you, this is around pregnancy. But I do feel that you are doing what makes you happy here, or you are beginning to have joy about this opportunity, offer, or pregnancy. You may have made success and taken action towards building and allowing your family to grow by, you may have been struggling with whether or not, you may have been struggling about what to do about this pregnancy, or what to do about an opportunity or new creative project or offer. Because what's on your mind is you have the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, there was some confusion, and you're trying to clear the confusion or weigh your options or make the right choice about this Ace of Cups, about this opportunity, about this offer, about this pregnancy. For those of you where this is a pregnancy or this creative project. And so in the future, you do have the Ten of Swords. So this is either you bringing it into complications. You could be, the worst could have happened here, but if it has, this is the end in the future. But this here is you perhaps trying to avoid ruin. You could be feeling betrayed or stabbed in the back. Let's take a closer look at that Ten of Swords. You may be trying to resurrect something. Spirit, tell me more about this Ten of Swords. This may be you bringing into mental anguish, or experiencing a lot of mental anguish. Spirit, tell me more about this Ten of Swords for Sagittarius. Yikes, this is in the future now. And this is mental energy. You have the Page of Swords that came out. Underneath that, you have the Two of Wands. So you may be agonizing mentally about your decision to what you're committing to, or that you will or won't commit to, or that will change. Maybe your foundation is changing as it has to do with this opportunity, or what's on your mind is you may be still experiencing some confusion because things may not be clear around your choice, around this opportunity, around this offer, around what you're trying to establish or institute, around what you are either conforming to or needed to change, around what you are establishing or instituting. And with this Ten of Swords, you may be experiencing a lot of mental anguish. But you have the Page of Swords here. So there's some news or communication that could have come in, or there's some sort of new consideration, or there's just a lot of chitter chatter in your mind or with who you're dealing with. With the Two of Wands, you may be mentally agonizing about how to avoid ruin, or avoid complications, or bring it into complications by coming up with a plan. Or you may be having new considerations, or trying to protect or guard yourself. And so I feel like in the future, this is you just in your mind a lot, I feel, for the most part, about how to protect and guard yourself. with the plan or decision that you've made, the path you've chosen to go down, because this wand is bolted down and this wand is in this person's hand. So you've made a decision. You are going down this path. This is your dominion. This is your decision. This is your plan, right? And you're moving forward with it. And you may be experiencing a lot of mental anguish, worrying about whether or not you're going to experience ruin as a result of this decision. And so I really do feel that this is about, for a lot of you, mental anguish about the worst, worrying about the worst happening, or if you experience ruin, or you may be focusing on how to resurrect something. But this is around you guarding yourself, because this page is looking at this Ten of Swords. So this is you trying to come up with a plan to guard yourself against ruin, to guard yourself against complications, to bring it in to any problems and complications that you're dealing with, by you trying to see how you can cut away what no longer serves you, how to protect yourself, how to keep an eye on it, how to come up with new considerations around your plan and logic here, and how to dominate. And your likely outcome. Now, some of you, you're dealing with ruin as a result of communication or something being cut. So that shit is happening for some of you. Okay, so just being real. Now, your likely outcome is you do have the Four of Cups. So with this Four of Cups, this is you not happy with the way things are or the way things have gone. This is you experiencing discontentment or boredom. Okay? With this Four of Cups, you may be trying to seize an opportunity, or you could have missed an opportunity. But with this as advice, this is about trying to find contentment in the situation, to focus on how to seize opportunities, to not miss any opportunities. Now, this could be around family, or just in your feelings, or a significant connection. Spirit, tell me more about, what do we want to know more about here? There's the King of Cups just flipped over. So with the King of Cups, you could be dealing with the King of Cups or have this energy in your chart. But with this King of Cups, you may be having a lot of feelings and emotions, or being very sensitive. There's a sensitive subject for you. Or you may be trying to be more responsible, or take responsibility, or be accountable. With the Moon, you may be having a lot of fears, because that's flipped over too. And with the Hangman, let me show that to you. So you may be experiencing some fears and some doubts, having some uncertainty, uneasiness. You may be feeling like the things are hidden to you. You're not seeing everything. And because of that, you are scared. Or you may be experiencing very intense emotions. Or you may be trying to follow your intuition. And with the Hangman here, you may be trying to see the alternatives, avoid becoming stuck. You may be trying to avoid any delays, or see how to come out of any delays or stuck energy, or what needs to be sacrificed or given up. But you're trying to use wisdom here. And I feel like, there may be something you have a conviction towards. And in that conviction, you may be concerned about any problems or issues that could come up that are unforeseen with this Moon energy here. Spirit, tell me more about the Four Cups. Tell me more about the Four Cups. Tell me more about the Four Cups. Thank you. You have two cards that came out. At the bottom, you have the Knight of Swords. So you may be trying to take action, but be careful. With this Knight of Swords energy, you don't want to be too abrupt or ruthless or impulsive or reckless. But with this Knight of Swords, you may be trying to take action through communication, logic, or plan. And it's around your ability to try to move to calmer waters, to take control of a matter, to manage something, to organize, to be more focused. With this Emperor energy, you could be trying to muster the courage or have some sort of ambition or trying to be rational or trying to bring order or take responsibility or be responsible in the situation. But also with this Emperor here, you could be dealing with someone in authority, and you could be concerned about control issues, or if something's out of your control, or if you have the ability to control something and move on from it. You could be dealing with a masculine energy, a father figure, grandfather, or just someone with a strong masculine energy who's taking action with the goal of moving on to calmer waters, to creating more peace of mind, by just trying to see what opportunity to seize, or to come to some remedy for some sort of discontentment that you're experiencing here. But this is about you needing to focus on what brings you joy and what brings you happiness here. Spirit, tell me more about this Ten of Swords. What is this Ten of Swords talking about for Sagittarius? Tell me more about this Ten of Swords, please. What is this Ten of Swords? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Adjudication. Okay. Despair. So there's something going on here that's challenging in the future, where something is being presided over, decision is being made, judgment here. And with reducing to a 3, this is about how you can, this may be something that you took a risk on, or that may be risky. Something may be too risky. And you may be despairing over it. Or you may be struggling with it. Or you may be fearing a legal situation here, or there is a legal situation coming into play in the near immediate future. Adjudication here. Or this may be you trying to avoid a legal matter coming up. By you being on guard, considering, it's like you may be considering the legal ramifications or the consequences to something. And you could be agonizing over it, or trying to bring it to an end, or guard yourself from the ruin that could come about if you don't do things decently and in order or legally here. And you may be worrying about that. And so this is about you focusing what gives you joy and happiness, because if you are having an issue regarding an opportunity or an offer, or pregnancy, this is about you focusing on what's right, what's just, what's fair, what's legal, and doing the right thing. But something that doing what brings it into you experiencing mental anguish, complication, or brings it into potential ruin, or allows you to come back from ruin. And this is about you doing what makes you happy, or needing to do what makes you happy. So find and focus on the opportunity and what brings you contentment in this situation by you managing it, by you taking control of it, by you taking responsibility, by you organizing it, and by you being focused. Spirit, what is the guidance for Sagittarius? September 2nd to September 8th, 2019. What is the guidance for Sagittarius? You could be involved with someone else or others around these decisions that's causing mental anguish or potential ruin or difficulties. And you may be trying to cut away what no longer serves you or communicate your truth. But whatever's being communicated may not be liked, or it could be coming off as harsh and blunt, but it's still true. Perhaps somebody wants you to do something or wants you to consider something that you don't think is the right thing to do here. You see this as something that could be a problem and you want to avoid it. And you may be struggling with this person or within yourself about it, about what you will or won't commit to. And this is about you clearing away the confusion and choosing what makes you happy, or needing to choose what will make you happy and bring you joy in this situation that will allow you to have contentment. You, Sagittarius. Spirit, what is the guidance for Sagittarius? September 2nd to September 8th, 2019. So take a step back and consider. It's possible somebody may want you to, if this is pregnancy, somebody may want you to terminate. And you may be trying to guard or protect yourself about that. Or, you know, that was something harsh that's been said and it wasn't right. What is the guidance for Sagittarius? Well, there's a problem with an opportunity, a creative project, or an offer. Or you're focusing on how to come up with a new creative project or a new offer. Or what is a new thing to extend or to receive? What is the guidance for Sagittarius, please? Oh, okay, that came right on out. Actually, you got a few. And we're going to keep all of them for you, Sagittarius. Whatever the fuck this is. Find your joy in this. Or have joy. You have spirit guides. The past has been difficult. But now is the time to believe in your abilities and walk your pathway with confidence. Remember I said you were planning here. Walk your pathway. You also have moonlit dance. Embrace your sense of adventure as you look at the promises that you have made to yourself. That is more guidance. Perhaps that will help you clear any confusion towards your options or in your feelings. Then you have Peony Fairy. You are dizzy from changing direction so many times. Do not look back with regret, but look forward with anticipation and joy. And so there you have it. Whatever you've done, whatever you're doing, whatever comes. There's been a lot of changes. You've made them or they've happened to you. And there's still changes afoot. But no matter what, don't look back. Don't have any regret. Look forward and do it in anticipation of joy. So find your joy in this. Find peace with this and move forward. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.